Alright, today we're going to go over the installation of the JLT cold air intake for your 2018 and up SRT 8 Durango. Tools needed are going to be a ratchet, 10mm and 13mm socket, 8mm or 5/16 nut driver, and a regular screwdriver or pry tool. Okay, the first thing we need to do is remove this stock airbox. We're going to start by loosening the clamp at the throttle body, unplugging your inlet air temp sensor, squeeze and pull. There's a line going through yours as part of your PCV system. You're going to turn this to loosen it up and pull that off of the airbox. Pull this off the throttle body and basically just pull this whole assembly straight up. It's held on with these rubber grommets and 3 studs. Underneath the airbox is another little shield. There is a wiring harness connected to it. You just get that pulled off and remove this as well. Right here is a little air deflector. We're going to go ahead and remove that. Here's where you're going to use your screwdriver or your pry tool. You can see there's little grooves in these push pins. Pull the center out and pull those out. This weather strip is held on with a little push pin in this part. You can use your screwdriver or your pry tool and remove that like this. Alright, now to get prepared for the airbox, we're going to remove this 13mm bolt on the side of the apron right here. Alright, we're going to take the heat shield and we're going to drop it in, get it under the weather strip, and have it sit down in. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the supplied push pins into the front air duct. Lock them all the way down. Now we're going to use the supplied bolt with the kit and secure it to the side apron panel where you removed that factory bolt. Now you can push the weather strip into the hole into the airbox. On your stock airbox, you've got your inlet air temp sensor. We need to transfer that over to the JLT tube. You're going to turn in counterclockwise motion and pull out. And put that into the rubber grommet in the tube. Attach your clamps to the 22-degree coupler and supply that onto the end of the tube. Make sure your clamps are loose. You are going to need to swivel this to make some filter adjustment. Now you can go ahead and install that into the tube and onto the throttle body. Leave this a little loose because we're going to want to make some changes. Okay, make sure that your clamp on the filter is loose. Lower this down into the airbox. Position the clamp so you have access to it. Get that onto the tube. It's a tight seal right here to keep most of the heat out. Make sure this clamp is in the groove on the filter all the way around. snug that up. Here's where you may need to do some twisting to get this situated in here. This is going to sit just down in this air box. Take your clamps. They should be seated fully up against the throttle body and the tube, and just snug those up finger tight. Now we can find our inlet air temp sensor plug and plug that in, as well as the PCB connection. Next up, you're going to remove this 10mm bolt in your hood vent. Every kit includes a shield. Very little of the filter is seen underneath the grill here, so we want to try to keep the water off of that, but we also want to keep it open. So take your rain guard, slide that just under the hood liner, and bolt that up.